these troops, I want to say hello.
Oh, are they good?
You didn't.
No, I'm good, thank you. I just had it, I just grabbed it soda. I drank a lot of water today. I was on the golf course, I drank a lot of water. And a Gatorade, too. Okay, open a meeting with a moment of silent meditation or prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome to our June 23rd meeting. We have with us today the mayor's here. Ken Ferris, our attorney, one of our attorneys. Another attorney is Joe Pizzo, our solicitor. We have the vice president of council, Ed Kisselback. We have Stacy Champion, and we have Michelle Benitez, our council members. We have Phil Worster, our engineer, and Debbie McBreen is our secretary. Is that your title? What's your title? Council clerk, I'm sorry. Okay, we have council clerk.
We'll get there someday.
So welcome. Okay, before we start, I want to acknowledge that we have Troop 130. I think that's your correct troop, right? Troop 130 from St. Ephraim's Parish, which is my parish. And they're here for their community service badge. Is that what you're doing? Just to observe? Okay. And when we get to public comment, if you have to stay, then when you come up and you want to introduce yourself or say hi, that's fine too. Thanks for coming here, and hopefully you learn something. Or at least learn what not to do, maybe. I don't know, you know? Okay, so first of all, we have some agenda items. Mr. Pizzo, is there any changes to the agenda items this evening?
Yes, one that I'm aware of, Mr. Knowles, and that would be item 5 on this evening's agenda, which is the public hearing on the mobile food vending ordinance. As council will recall, this was in front of you previously last year. At that time, some changes were requested. Those changes have been made to the ordinance. The ordinance was sent back to the Township and County Planning Commissions for their review and comment. While the Township Planning Commission has had an opportunity to review and comment, the County Planning Commission's review has not yet been received by the Township. And so, as is required under the MPC, we should wait until that review is received. So it's the administration's recommendation that we table the ordinance, the hearing on the ordinance, to a date certain of your council meeting of July 14, by which time we should have the comments back from the county.
Okay, and in one second, I do want to mention that our Councilman Joe Polari was unable to make tonight's meeting due to a personal matter. Okay, so with that, on number 5 is going to be, we have July 14th. Okay, so does someone want to make a motion that we move it to a date certain of July 14th?
Make a motion to move agenda item number 5, ordinance establishing Chapter 173 mobile food vending to a date certain of July 14th, pending the receipt of the Bucks County Planning Commission's review.
Okay, well, we're moving it to that date, but if we don't get it back by then, we'll move it again. Okay? So it's not pended, but you're just moving it to July 14th.
Okay.
Okay?
July 14th table.
Okay. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. So we have a motion to move the mobile food vending ordinance to July 14th, and we have a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any against? Okay, we're good. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Pizzo?
That's the only item of which I'm aware, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, and then, okay, so the first agenda item would actually be public comment is limited to agenda items only. Now, we will at each item have the opportunity to address each agenda item. So seeing no one come forward, we'll go to number 4, and we do have public comment at the end. Is there approval of council minutes from the meeting May 27, 2025?
I'll do a motion to approve the council minutes of May 27th.
Okay, let me ask 1 second.
2025.
Is there anybody that has any changes to the minutes? I forgot to ask. Anybody? No? Okay, so you want to make another motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from Monday, May 27th, 2025.
Okay, is there a second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any against? Okay, so we're 4-0, so the minutes are good. Okay, I didn't see anything in there, so. The clerk is doing a good job. Okay. Okay, so number 6 has been. Okay, number 6, okay. Okay, so number 6 is a consideration of number 5 we moved, okay, so number 6, we have consideration of a resolution requiring insurance companies to directly reimburse emergency medical services provided for services rendered to Commonwealth residents. Now, this is a bill that's actually going in front of the state, and but we did discuss this with our emergency service personnel, including Mr. Topley, who's in charge of our services. And so Ms. Benitez, who is on the Bucks County Association of Township Officials, is going to explain what we're doing here.
Sure. I think bills such as this have come up in the past 10 years. We are working really hard to bring in revenues to support our EMS. And one of the things that we can do is help to support House Bill 1152. Currently, when our providers, our EMS, are providing service to patients, the patients are getting reimbursed for the services instead of our EMS getting paid directly from insurance companies, which doesn't make sense, and we're struggling to make ends meet and try to continue to get money for our EMS. So this is something that came up at states last year, and many municipalities in Bucks County, through Bucks County Association of Township Officials, are on the same board. We just want to put this resolution forward in support of House Bill 1152 to get our EMS paid directly from the insurance companies as the provider.
Okay, and we normally, unless it's something that we really think is important, and Ms. Benitez brought this up and we felt it was important enough, and we did, like I said, emergency services. Sometimes they do pay them directly to the insurance companies, but other insurance companies pay directly to the patient. Then the patient gets a check for their ambulance services and then never gives it to the ambulance service. And then they have to chase them down, you know what I mean? They either have to chase them down or they don't get paid or whatever. So it creates, in a best case scenario, it creates extra paperwork and extra time and effort. In a worst case scenario, they never get the money and they have to end up, not getting the money for it or having problems with the people. Okay, so the insurance companies would be required if this law passes at the state. Now, us approving this resolution doesn't pass a law, but we're saying that we're in favor of what the state's trying to do. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about this? Do you have anything else, Mr. Pizzo, about this? It's pretty much...
No, the resolution is certainly in order, and as everyone has said, the structure of the current system does place an undue burden on the funding of our EMS. So anything that can help Bensalem Rescue Squad, I'm sure you all want to be behind.
Right. Okay, so is there a motion that we approve this resolution asking them to pass this bill?
I'd like to make the motion to approve resolution requiring insurance companies to directly reimburse emergency medical service providers for services rendered to Commonwealth residents under House Bill 1152.
Okay, and is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, first by Ms. Benitez and then Ms. Champion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Okay, so 4-0, so that's done.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now, consideration of land development extensions. These are, Mr. Pizzo, you want to take this, I guess?
Certainly.
Yeah.
The next 3 items, 7A, B, and C, are land development extension agreements for various projects which are underway in the township. In order to move forward with the projects, the developers are required to post land development agreements with the township, which among other things require them to post escrows with the township to ensure the completion of the projects, or at least the public improvement portions of those projects. Each of the agreements have a deadline within them, and as happens fairly often, and certainly from time to time, the developers, for any number of reasons, require an additional amount of time to complete the project. In all three cases for each of these items, if council is of a mind to grant the extension agreements, it would be the recommendation of the administration that you do so, subject to audit by the township engineer and the township finance department of the escrows for those various projects to make sure that sufficient funds remain in place for the completion of the public improvements and other aspects of the projects. The first of the three agreements is with Trevo Senior Residence LLC. This is for the property located at 4695 Somerton Road in Trevose. This is the second of the two buildings for the senior housing up in that part of the township. The agreement is currently due to expire in September of this year, and the applicant has, knowing that they're not going to meet that deadline, has asked for council to grant an additional one-year extension of that agreement. The administration is in favor of that request, again, subject to the requirement of the audit that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, so we're going to do them one by one. The ones are different, they're different situations, and there's different lengths of time, actually.
Is this correct, Joe? Mr. Pazzo says they want to extend it to September 30th, 2025. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
So it's an extension of basically, they said 1 year, September. Yeah, is that, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry, I misspoke on this one. This one would be out to the end of September of this year.
Okay. Within 1 year. Okay, so this is September 30th, 2025, okay, Trevo, so they think they're.
That's correct.
So they think they're going to be done by then?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
All right.
wait a minute, I have one question then. The requires that certain land improvements as defined be completed within 1 year from the date of this agreement? So, that, with,
What we go by is the paragraph number 1, which says the time for completion is extended to, and the applicant fills in that date. So they're asking for an extension out to September 30th, 2025.
so if they don't have it by this September,
They'll be back for
re-extend it.
They have to come
Okay,
back.
just want to be sure that
Yeah.
one isn't
No, I
the
think.
longer
The
of.
original was for 1 year, now they're extending it to the
Yeah.
September. That's what I
Okay.
understood too.
Sorry,
Okay,
I didn't
so-
realize that's what your question was.
We're going to do, Trevo Senior Residence is a pretty well-known place, and they've been working on for a while, and it looks like it's going to be done. September 30th, 2025 is the extension date. Do we have a motion to approve the extension to September 30th, 2025 for Trevo Senior Residence?
I'll put that in form of a motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, any against? Okay, so we're good? Okay.
Then item B is for Faith Unity Incorporated. This is the property located at Richelieu and Galloway, which is the future home of the Mosque for Faith Unity. They are asking for an extension of their agreement out to July 27, 2026. As council is likely aware, the first phase of the improvements at this point appear to have all been installed and to the satisfaction of the township. So this extension will allow for the next step and the next phase to occur. Their attorney is here this evening, Mr. Kelton, if you have any questions of them, but absent any questions, the agreement is in a form acceptable to the township administration, and they recommend that you grant the extension, again, subject to the condition of the audit by finance and the township engineer.
Okay, yeah, and as long as Faith Unity is okay with the proper extension they're asking for is July 27, 2026, and the administration's good with that, and we're good with that, then we should be okay, right?
Yep.
Okay?
You don't have
All right,
anything
so-
to add, do you, Stan?
1 year turning over.
Right.
It's the same date.
Exactly.
Great.
Expectation.
And thank you for the letter. That really was very helpful to understand why you're doing the extension, even though we know and we drive by and see it. But thank you very much.
we're basically through phase one, and hopefully we're all.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, is there a motion to accept Faith Unity's extension, request for an extension?
I'll put a motion
July
on,
27, 2026?
I'll put a motion on the floor to extend Faith Unity, tax parcel 020010550002 to a date thereof, July 27th, 2026.
Okay, is there a second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any against? Nope, 4-0. Okay, thanks a lot, good luck. Yep.
The third and final extension agreement is for Property Perfection Incorporated at 1430 Lavender Road. The applicant is requesting, it's not entirely clear perhaps from the agreement as they filled it out, but it would be to extend the agreement for an additional 4 months. The agreement having been signed and submitted to the township in June, it would be our recommendation that you grant the extension to the end of October.
And do we know what the extension's for, what part of the, what is or isn't done yet?
Yes, Ms. Champion, it's, the only thing open on that is they have to put in fencing. So that's what we're, the
The
delays
silt
for.
fencing?
No, regular fencing.
Regular fencing.
Oh, for protection for nobody going in.
So that's the final thing.
Okay, and Joe, is that October 30th? Is that, I
31st.
forget that rhyme. Is that
October 31st.
Okay. Forget the rhyme about how many,
Think you think these part of the word?
no, how many days are in a month? October 31st, 2025, right? Okay, that's 4 months out from when they submitted it. Okay, so is there a motion for Property Perfection Incorporated, 1430 Lavender Road, extends it to October 31st, 2025?
Make a motion to approve Property Perfection, Inc. for their extension, tax parcel 2-32-185, to October 31st, 2025 as requested.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, any against? Okay, so we're good, thank you. Okay. Number 8 is consideration of resolution of Act Number 537, Pennsylvania Sewage Facilities Act, provision for new land development of parcel land development at 2810 Street Road. Do you want to explain this again, Mr. Pizzo, or even though we go through this each time?
So the next 2 items are for projects that are either have previously received land development approval from the township and are taking the next step, which is to get an amendment of the township's Act 537 plan to accommodate additional sewage needs for those projects. The other one, I believe, is for an existing property, and that would be item number 8 at 2810 Street Road, which is the Showcase Plaza Shopping Center. And there, it's just simply that they have a tenant going in who's going to need additional sewage.
Okay. Okay.
One of their incoming tenants is going to need additional sewage capacity, and so that, again, requires an amendment of the Township's Act 537. So taking them in order, item 8 would be council's approval of a resolution approving the Act 537 amendment of an amendment of the Township's Act 537 plan for the property located at 2810 Street Road to accommodate the new tenant going into the Showcase Plaza. The resolution is in a form as required by the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection and is in a form acceptable for your consideration and approval this evening.
Okay. Yeah, this is a standard thing we have to do. It's a reference. They have to accept the sewer. Okay, so, okay, number 8 for 2810 Street Road in form of a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Okay, number 9 for 1282 Byberry Road for Pennsylvania Sewage Facilities Act. Is there a motion to approve?
I'm,
This one is for a land development project that was previously approved by council. This would be for the townhome development on Byberry Road at 1282. Again, the resolution is in a form acceptable to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection. Bucks County Water and Sewer has signed off on the capacity, and everything is in order, in a form acceptable for your consideration and approval this evening.
Okay. Okay, so this has already been approved by Bucks County Sewer, so to amend our 537 Pennsylvania Sewage Facilities Act for 1282 Byberry Road. Is there a motion?
I will put that in form of a motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Okay, that's approved. Okay? Number 10 is public comment, okay? Is there anyone like to come forward? Look, most of the people have Boy Scout uniforms on, so I would say that, is there anybody in reference to, I assume that the woman behind you is also associated with the Boy Scouts?
Mom.
Oh, it's a mom, okay. But she doesn't have a uniform on or anything, I don't know, you could be here for some.
Sean's mom, too.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know their mothers, okay? But I just want to make sure she wasn't here for another reason. But in support of the Boy Scouts, we have one of the moms, and then we have the Boy Scouts from 130. Does one of the troop leaders or the Boy Scouts themselves want to come up and say anything in reference to the badge you're getting or why you're here? If you come up, we'll give you a leadership badge too, okay? All right? All right. Right there, the mic's right there. Just say your name and where you're
My
from.
name is Ethan Sanjowski, and the reason why we're here is for prereqs for communications for summer camp, and that's all I got so far.
Right, and you're learning about community service
Yeah.
with your troop?
Yeah.
Now, where's your troop associated with? St.
St.
Ephraim's, I
Ephraim's.
think?
St. Ephraim's.
Yeah, that's
It's our parish. His
I'm not
parish,
asking you
my
how to
parish.
spell it, I'm just saying, what's the name, okay?
His parish.
It's
No, he's
EPHREM, by the way, it's hard to spell. But St. Ephraim's Parish, Troop 130, and you're here to earn your community service or
Yeah.
community government service badge. Is that right?
Communications.
Communications, okay. All right, well, that's good. You did a great job, congratulations, all right? Thanks a lot. Thanks for being here.
CEMDROWSKI.
Okay, this will be on your
See,
permanent record, just
Polakowski
to let
is
you
so
know.
much easier, isn't it, Deb?
Oh, yeah, Paul, yeah, we could have got a Paul Kowski up
Polakowski
there. That
is
would've
so
been-
much
that would've
easier.
been-
Then you have Krolakowski, too.
Thanks
Which
for
is pretty
coming up,
easy
guys,
for
and thanks. It
Polakowski.
really is important that you know what goes on in your township and your government, your local government and everything, and you're paying attention because you care about your community, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be involved in the Boy Scouts. So that's great. Your parents want you to do it too. That's a great thing, and your leaders. Okay, is there anybody else that's not associated with the Boy Scouts that would like to come up and, any public comment? Yes, seeing no one else, we'll close public comment. Other business, Phil, do you have anything? Phil, you have anything additional that you would like to say? Besides your 4th of July Patriots song?
No, sorry about that.
That's all right.
That's the Marine Corps hymn.
Oh,
Thank you.
I thought it was a 4th of July meeting
And,
or something, you know?
I'm feeling a little, I guess, patriotic
That's-
today with
that's
regard
beautiful.
to what's happening. So
That's
thank you.
beautiful. Okay, so Debbie, do you have anything that you need to add? Okay. Mr. Pizzo or Mr. Ferris, do you have anything? Well, Mr. Pizzo first.
I want to hear Ferris say something.
Mr. Ferris, do you have anything to add?
I don't have anything to add, but it's hot out there.
Oh, it is hot, thank you. It's a tremendous observation.
Good to bring us up to date.
I had to
on
say
that.
something. Simply, between now and our next meeting, 4th of July, so just wish everyone a happy Independence Day.
Yes, Okay. Okay, so, Mr. Mayor, do you have anything to add?
I'd like to bring up the date because the street sweeping schedule, please let go on the website and see when that is, because people have to get their cars off the road the day that they're in that area, so it's important, and we've been having some problems with that. Concert Wednesday night,
Yeah.
it'll be very cool, we're air conditioning out there for everyone, so come out, make sure that there's a cool breeze blowing out there, so.
There's a hot one blowing right now.
It's the ultimate 90s experience, so.
Oh, is that what it is? I was
We'll
just
be in
going
the
to ask you.
90s
It's ultimate 90s experience.
Might be the ultimate hundreds experience. Yeah.
So anyway, that's Wednesday night, and we've been super successful the other nights.
Oh, it's great.
Opening night was canceled, but the other two nights, and the opening night's canceled to September, do you know, Deb? The first
I think 14th.
12th.
No, 12th, yeah.
The September 12th, yeah, so that cancel, that will go on. So again, there's no concert on the 2nd of July. So remember that, no concert on the 2nd of July. And if you come, it probably will be nice and cool, but we're not doing anything then. On the 9th, they come back, we're Killer Queen. So
Oh, that's good.
that should be good. Remind everybody, and I'll bring it up every week or every time we're here, the Bensalem electronic recycling event, which is big.
Yeah.
And that's October, it'll start on the 10th and it goes through the 20th. So it's down at the Public Works, and we want everybody not to throw them out at somewhere where we have to pick them up. You can come down there, and we do it every year now. So that's remember, October 10th to the 20th.
What's the
And-
occasion?
Pardon me?
On location?
Public Works.
Public Works Building.
Yeah.
That's
Public Works.
basically anything with a cord, right? Is that what they're saying, the electronics?
Yeah.
Yep. So if you have an old
And
TV,
free
an old
shredding,
computer.
shredding event also, that's going to be on the 25th. So in October, we can get rid of all of the stuff that people keep around their places that give them a pain in the neck, so we'll be doing that. And certainly July 4th is a big day coming up for our independence, so I hope everybody enjoys and be safe. Tell the younger folks that, to be very safe. Have a good time, but let's be safe. So that's it.
Okay, that's great. Mr. Kisselback, do you have anything you would like to add?
Well, sure. Not yesterday, the 21st of June was the first day of summer, and we're certainly celebrating it with the summer-like weather, that's for sure. 100 degrees out there and balmy. They say at least it's going to be like that for several days, so make sure that take care of yourself, make sure you drink plenty of water, stay in the shade, and stay inside if you can, actually, for the next several days. But, I mean, I'm not telling you to be, not to go outside and enjoy yourself, but be very, very cautious and careful when you're out there. July 4th, of course, is our birthday, 250th birthday of, no, I mean, coming up.
yes, it is. I
Yeah,
think
next year, yeah, okay, so we have the July 4th coming up.
Well, they just had 250 of the Army. I think the Marine Corps is coming up, too.
October, right?
Yeah.
October, or at, what's the name of the? Ton Tavern, it was a T.
And they've already hit their 250.
Okay. Oh, really? The Marine
They
Corps?
were last year for 250? I thought it was, it was
Okay.
this year.
That's it?
That's our
July
250s
4th.
are over, but anything else, Ed?
Till next
it.
year.
Okay, good, till next year. Okay, that's good, that's good. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Champion, do you have anything to add?
Thank you, guys. I love seeing the troop here. Love you guys. It's my son's troop, too.
Oh, okay, because you actually love them?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
Oh, okay, I didn't know your son was there, sorry.
Yes, he's part of that troop.
Okay, good, okay.
Yes, he's working on his Eagle Scout project.
Oh, is he?
So,
Good.
yes. Happy and safe 4th of July. Hopefully, everybody had a good Father's Day. Stay hydrated, stay cool, check on your neighbors, and check on the pets. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Benitez, do you have anything?
We had a big storm. I lost a tree. I'm banged up from cleaning it up.
He did lose it. It was
A
big
lot of
tree,
people
too.
had some damage. I'm so glad everybody remained safe. I want to thank our Public Works Department and Emergency Management Services for getting the cleanup done. Pico did a heck of a job getting everything back on. I know it took some time, but there was a lot happening, and so thank them for their service. Happy 4th, happy summer, happy birthday, Ed Kisselback.
When's your birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Oh, yesterday.
yesterday.
Happy birthday. I didn't know that. Happy birthday.
I'm 77 years old.
Are you? Wow.
My granddaughter said to me, Papa, that's pretty old. So that's the bad news. The good news is, last year I was 76. I couldn't remember whether I was 76
You start
years old
having
or
to count.
67. Now I have no problem.
Yes.
77, it's easy to remember.
Once she knows, you'll know. She'll remind you.
My daughter Gianna's birthday is coming up. Happy birthday, G. And then really quick, I just wanted to share from Senator Farry. He put information out today. Because of the excessive heat warning, Bucks County Emergency Services have cooling centers in Upper and Lower Bucks. In Bensalem, our senior center is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if anybody's having any issues, we have cooling centers, space available for you to get to a safe place. Contact the township, too, if you have any questions. Okay.
Okay? All right, thank you. Okay, so before our next meeting, I want to wish people a happy 4th of July, that's for sure. And I hope that everybody enjoys their holiday. I'm going away, but I'm going to enjoy my holiday. I had a nice Father's Day, and Mr. Pizzo and myself supported the tour of honor for the veterans today at Bensalem Country Club, so we were crazy enough to golf in this weather. But we drank Gatorade and we drank water, and we committed to do it for the tour of honor. It raises money to be able to take vets to a trip to Washington every year, so we thought it was a worthy cause, and we made it, right, Joe? It was hot.
It was hot, but we,
According to your other attorney, it was hot today. Okay. It was very hot. It was very hot.
but it's a worthy cause. I had the good fortune to be there with Mr. Zaffron, former councilman Joe Zaffron, and our former county recorder of deeds, who started the program here in Bucks County, and I was his solicitor at the time, so I was there on the ground floor when they got that up and running, and it's just a wonderful.
No, and there was a lot of
wonderful
support there, too. It just
program.
wasn't us. They had a lot of
Oh, yes,
support.
absolutely,
There was
no
a lot of support from a lot of local people, and people care about the veterans, and including Johnny C., who got Johnny C. From the township golf course. He's our pro, and he works at the range. He got a national award for supporting veterans, and he has a program that we run at the golf course for veterans. Well, he played in a tournament the other day, got a hole in one. I think he's every bit of 80 years old, probably, Got a hole in one.
Something on the wall, if you get a hole in one, somebody was telling me?
What? No, that's not old. It's young. He's no, I'm just saying. But for a hole in one,
Do you get something on?
the wall, no. I
Somebody
don't
was
think
telling me
so.
you did.
You have to supposedly buy everybody drinks and stuff. But
Well, my son
I
is
never got
15
one,
and
so I
couldn't
thought-
do it his first
I
time out.
purposely don't get
Got him.
one.
Well, AJ got one on his first time out. Did you ever get a hole in one?
No.
Oh, AJ did. First time out on the 11.
Really?
Yes.
It's crazy.
I said that on purpose to get you.
Well, I purposely don't get one because I don't want to buy people drinks. So that's just. All right. Our clerk is demanding that we stop. All right. That's it. Adjourn.
Are you
Thank
gonna
you.
put that stuff in about the hole in one?